word of the week is the power in your tongue. You know, as Christians, we have the authority, and the Bible says that the power of life and death lies in your tongue. So our anchor scriptures for this word are going to be 1 John 4 verse 5 and 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7. So I'm going to start by reading 1 John 4 verse 5. And the word says, "They are from the world, and therefore speak from the viewpoint of the world, and the world listens to them." You know, this sounds very simple, but it carries so much weight. You know, the people of the world see things differently. The word is saying they are from the world and therefore speak from the viewpoint of the world. As Christians and children of God, this shows us that we have a viewpoint as well. If the world has their viewpoint, that means that even us as Christians have our own viewpoint. So what are you saying about your life, right? And what are you speaking over your life? This all goes back to faith. Even if your life does not look like the way you want it to look like, what are you going to choose to see? And what we see is what we speak, right? What we see is what we speak. So I would like us this week to meditate on this word. They are from the world and therefore speak from the viewpoint of the world. What are you going to choose to see about your life today? Even if the situation does not look like what you want it to look like, what are you going to choose to see, and what are you going to speak over your life, and what are you going to speak over that situation, right? And then we're going to go to 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7. And the Bible says, 5 verse 7, and the Bible says, "We live by faith and not by sight." So as we can see, everything runs back to faith. As Christians, before anything, the first thing that you need to do is have that faith, right? The proof, I honestly feel like the proof of God's existence is your faith. That's why sometimes it's hard to prove if God is real. It's a bit hard because first of all, the Bible says it's impossible to please God without faith. So therefore, your faith is the proof that God exists. And if you do not have faith, it is impossible to speak what you want to see in your life. It's impossible to speak positive. And we're going back to positive because you can speak what you want to see, but then it's negative, right? Because we have a lot of people that are, oh my, guys, let's be honest, right? How many of us went for the overnights, right? The crossovers were so excited. You know, the pastor was on fire, the intercessors were on fire, we're receiving the word, we're praying. But immediately we got out of there. Ask yourself what you started saying about your life and about yourself. Just ask yourself, and then we'll go back. Oh my gosh, God doesn't hear. Listen, the spirit realm is real and it has systems, right? Imagine you have prayed overnight, shanam paper. You've even written the shan. What do they call that? You guys, what do they call that? The goals of the year. Now remember the goals of the year. And you've had so much faith. And especially when you're with your friends, guys, there's just this common thing at an overnight when you're praising with your friends. The atmosphere is stirred up and everything. But then the moment you go out, you start to speak negative over your life. You're like, but even if I was praying like that, I don't even know if God has heard me. And that's how we stop and block our blessings. Imagine after you've prayed, you've spoken so much in the atmosphere, and the spirit realm has heard, and the spirit realm is ready, like God is even ready. Angels, let's do this for her, let's do this for him. But immediately you start to block your own blessings with the words that you speak over your life. That's when we forget that sometimes it's ourselves that block our blessings. So what are we going to choose to speak over our lives today? Your tongue has got power. And I just want to tell you that today, speak positive about yourself. Speak positive about your life. Speak positive about your friends. If you have a friend that you feel like is just not changing, begin to speak positive over their life. Sometimes we have friends and we speak bad over their lives. Okay, for example, if your friend lies, that one, he's just a liar. That one, she's just a liar. But if we say, you know what, she's going to change one day, I'm believing in God that she's going to change, they might just change because as we have established, there is power of life and death in our tongues. That's how strong our words that we speak have. So choose to speak positive today over your life, over your business, over your family, over your friends, over your relationships, over your marriage, and over everything that concerns you, as well as your spiritual life. And this has been our first episode of Gems of the Bible. And I'm super, super excited for the more episodes that are going to come as we explore Christianity together, as we grow together in God this 2025. You guys should comment down below what you think, what we should talk about, and what you think we should explore more about. And let's learn from each other. I'm here to learn from you, and you're here to learn from me. Thank you so much.